Oh my. I don't think you're gonna stay clean
Oh.
if you're anywhere close to this. Inside, turkeys. Go inside.
No.
Get in there.
There's those 4.
That's 4 of them. Get in.
All right. So our turkeys have decided to roost in the tree at night, and they're very difficult. They will not come down no matter what we do. So today we are clipping all of their wings. And Gertie's wing that we clipped has almost completely grown out, so her wing needs clipped again too.
Come on, Gertie.
Maybe.
There you go. Good. Oh, I hit my head. So the longer feathers on the wings, they call that the flight feathers. And we're trimming them to the same length as the shorter feathers that are on top.
The primary feathers.
You call that the primary?
Yeah.
And it's going to help them not be able to fly very well. So they're not going to fly as straight as they used to. It'll keep them from hopefully getting up in the trees. Now Gertie, since she's been around for a while too, but she never flew into the trees. She's always gone in the barn at night. It's just the new ones who have been flying up in the trees, and we have to try to get out here early, like way before sunset even happens, to get them before they get in the tree. And the tree limbs probably need to be trimmed, and then with this porch back here behind me, they can jump off of this spool, or they can fly off of some of this fencing over here, get onto that porch, they get onto the top of the barn, and then from the barn they get into the tree. And we just got the way everything's put together here, it makes it a lot easier for them to get into the tree, just because they got several different things they can get higher and higher on before they get up to the tree.
There we go.
She all good?
Yep.
There, her feathers all trimmed up. We're gonna let her go and catch another one. We got the big one now. This is the Tom. Might as well get the hard one done and over with. His feathers are big.
Very long.
Very long. So we're using kitchen shears. Gotta have some kind of tough scissors.
Yeah, these feathers are...
10 snips might work. I don't know.
There he goes.
All right, the big Tom's done. Here you go.
Okay. Hold on. Nope. Okay.
Oh, you
She
got
just
smacked by the wing.
punched me in the face.
You gotta hold that wing.
Oh, she just smacked me in the lip.
Keeps on smacking you.
I know.
She's a vocal one,
Yeah.
isn't she? All right. So you can see the short feathers go along here. We're just gonna cut right underneath the shorter feathers. And they are tough little feathers. And then as we get to the end, we're just gonna kind of angle downward.
So.
Yes. Her wing's a lot shorter now.
Oh, you got a long one.
Rebecca
Here we go.
Rebecca wants them to look pretty.
Yes. Okay.
I was waiting for her to smack you right in the face again. This one will be the one.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. It's that one.
It's that one.
Yeah.
I see her. Okay. All right, good.
Oh, you did it again.
I've hit my head twice now. I think I have her. Oh my God, she's a fighter. It's amazing how strong she is.
Gotta look nice.
So this doesn't hurt them. It's not painful. If you cut probably too high on the feather, they probably could be. But
Well, it could bleed some.
yeah, if you get too high on it, it'd be like cutting your dog's nails and cutting up way too high on their nails and making them bleed. Be about the same. One of these days, I feel like you're gonna poke me with those scissors.
Oh, sorry.
All right, sweetie.
There she goes.
There she goes. All done. So our evening chores have been way easier now that we don't have the meat chickens to move every night and moving their electric netting. And we don't have as many turkeys to chase in as well. So everything's been going a lot easier here lately. Getting ready for wintertime. It's a lot nicer during the wintertime to have less chores.
Yeah, winter chores are always easier, but I'm gonna miss the meat animals. Not the chickens, not the meat chickens. They weren't fun to take care of in the mornings. And
We like pigs and steers a lot better.
yeah, they're easier.
But we do eat a lot of chicken, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a necessary evil, I guess, in a way. But so I think we're gonna go mess with the pigs now, right? So their feeder is not big enough, so we're gonna steal the feeder, this little feeder over here. We're gonna take it over to the pigs so they have 2 feeders.
Yeah, because they're getting huge, and they always try to climb in their feeders. So having 2 is going to help.
Yeah, and they just fight over their food, so they're always trying to push one of them out of the way. So it'll definitely help for 3 of them to be able to eat without as much competition.
Yes.
So this little feeder here is one we used to use for the pigs. We let the steers use it. You imagine 3 steers fitting their head in here. It's pretty tight. I think it's just 2 bolts in that fence post. Yep, that's all it was. And the steers didn't fight enough or push on it enough to tear it off of there, so it's worked. We're gonna make the steers a bigger one though.
You boys heard us messing with your old feeder and you thought it was feeding time. You guys have already been fed this morning. Yes, you ate all your food. It's not time to eat. You guys have a little while. You guys gotta go eat grass.
Look out, girls. There's screws on it, so we don't want to, or not screws, nails. So we're setting it beside their other feeder. We're gonna leave a space in between in case some food gets out here, they can get to it and eat it. But we got these large, they're like 12-inch galvanized nails. They're like a big landscaping nail. And we're just gonna hammer this down into the ground. And this has worked for the last, I don't know, 3 years or more. And haven't had any problems with it. Oh, that was the first nail. Ground is hard as a rock. We need some rain. All right, secure. Not going anywhere.
See how much they drip out of their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
So mean.
Yeah. Oh, she's the big one.
She like claims the feeder, she claims the water nipple.
Yeah, Daisy's kind of the one that gets picked on. Well, since we're in the pig pen, we'll probably go around, just check it out, see what it's looking like in here. It has been dry, and the ground has been rock hard, so they probably haven't torn it up as much.
Yeah, we'll see.
Rebecca's wearing the right kind of shoes today.
Well, it's cold today, so. Oh,
Watch out.
there's the tree. I see some paths. Oh
Yep.
yeah, there's stuff in here I didn't even see in here.
Yeah, there's some paths in here from where they've been running through, but it ain't dirt or anything yet.
I don't even know what that is.
I wasn't for sure. I thought maybe it was some kind of a mixer or something. It's got these, I don't know if that was, maybe that was like a mill. Maybe it was like a grind up feed or something. I'm not for sure. But
Yeah, I can tell it was like belt driven.
yeah, there's a pulley. Yeah, there's a pulley on this side. But I don't know, that may have been some kind of mixer or some kind of feed mill or something.
Yeah,
So you can see a lot better
their little trails.
the other pig shelters over here. It's all becoming a lot more visible. Yeah, this is way more open in here now.
Oh, looks like they've pulled off some boards. They've got it open back here.
Yeah, this pig shelter's not looking too great. Most of the boards are gone. I don't know if they've knocked some of them off, but there's a bunch laying here. But I think they spent most of their time
I can see all their little feet prints.
in this one.
Hoof prints. There's that tree. It almost looks like that tree's part of that machine.
I know, it's got a disc in it. Check out how that disc has been grown into the tree. It's almost like supporting the tree. It's like a part of the trunk is this disc. And that's just how long this junk has been here. It's been here for years and years.
So this is our old pig wallow. The ground up there where I've tried to fill up a wallow for the pigs, all the water seeps in. So hopefully this ground is hard enough, it's definitely been dry enough that it will hold water. I've been picking out all the walnuts so they're not swimming on those hard walnuts, so they have a nice place to swim. Oh my goodness, in a hurry. They're excited about their swimming pool.
I don't know if you can hear it, they're blowing bubbles in the water. Oh my. I don't think you're gonna stay clean if you're anywhere close to this. Well, what do you think, Rebecca?
I think it's wonderful. I love it.
You gonna join in?
No.
Oh, they just dumped out as much water as we putting in. We can't keep it full if you do that. They're definitely entertaining for sure.
Yes. They're so adorable.
They're getting bigger.
I know. Yeah, they've grown quite a bit since we got them.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll go shut off the water since she's filled up.
Come on, piggies. Here, look. Mix it up a little bit.
You're really getting into your work over there.
Well, I want to make sure it's good and mixed so they don't get a mouthful of powder.
You're really dedicated to your job.
I love my animals.
So the pigs still haven't ate out of their new feeder yet.
No, they seem a little leery. They go up, sniff it, and then they go back to their other feeder.
Yeah, anytime you introduce something new, it seems like any animal it is, I don't care which one, but it seems like they are leery of it. They stay away from it. It takes a while for them to get used to it. I'm sure over the next 24 hours, they'll probably go up to it and taste it and start eating out of it, but definitely are staying away from it today. Even though Rebecca filled it up with feed, it's got the exact same stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Over the next couple weeks, my work schedule has changed for the month of October, so I don't have as many days off as what I usually do. So we're spending a lot of time on the workshop trying to finish the inside of that, and that's very time consuming. And I'm trying to do the other things during the week after work. There's only a couple hours of sunlight left after I get off work. So probably, we're gonna probably film some short stuff, some stuff that's fairly quick. So probably gonna have some shorter videos coming up over the month of October. Hopefully November my work schedule goes back to the way it was, and then I'll have my normally I have 3 days off a week, and then that's where we do all the videoing is typically on those 3 days off. And most of our videos are a sum up of about 8 hours of work. Mm-hmm. They're full days, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the videos we're going to be filming now will probably be a little bit shorter over the next month, because it'll just be over a couple hours of an evening trying to catch some things up around here. So the weather is getting colder. It was like 34 degrees the last 2 mornings, and I almost burnt the fire this morning. I almost burnt the fire yesterday in the workshop just to heat it up. So the weather's getting colder. It's supposed to warm back up tomorrow, but we're gonna need to start winterizing stuff here pretty soon. So we may start to winterize things. We're gonna put stuff away from the wintertime. Gonna have to start splitting firewood again, start bringing firewood up, get all the chimneys cleaned. There's a lot of stuff to get ready for the change of the seasons. Changing from that warm weather to cold weather. So that we'll be probably doing that over the next October, November time frame. That's when it really starts to freeze of an evening. And we'll be doing those things. And then we'll also, of course, be working on the workshop and continuing on that because I've got to get it closed in and heated. So I also plan on doing a short update on the chestnut trees. We've got like 96 or 98 chestnut trees planted throughout our property. And we may actually have our first chestnuts. We've got the burrs. We've got a few burrs on a tree, but we have to open those up and see if there's chestnuts inside. So we'll get to find out whether we've got our first chestnuts or not. And then I want to get out the land plane and test out the rippers. We fixed the angle of the tooth on the rippers. I haven't tried them out yet. And I'd like to go over the driveway one more time this year because without the rippers, I've never really been able to tear out the weeds along the edge and they just grow right back. So hopefully we can go over the driveway using the rippers and get it all dressed up before winter time. But those are just some of the few things that I'm going to try to do like in the few hours after work and share some of that with you guys in some short videos. But I think for today, I think we're done with this video. We're probably going to go back to the workshop and continue to work on that. But at least Rebecca got to come out and play with the pigs.
Yeah, my favorite part.
Yeah, she loves playing with the animals, don't you? Like every night we go to do chores, and half the time, or at least it's hard to get her to go back to the house. I mean, she wants to stay out here and pet on the steers and mess with the animals. So we start the chores and then they take twice as long because she just wants to stay out and play with the animals.
Yeah, that's why they love me more.
That is why they love you more. Because I just feed them and walk away. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for today's video, guys. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Fireball's staring me down. He's getting jealous. He's getting jealous, Oreo. He doesn't like that. Yeah. You giving up and being my friend now? You can't decide. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. It's like you're embarrassed to say we're friends sometimes. Yeah. I still love you, Fireball.
So what I was saying earlier about how we go to do chores and then Rebecca doesn't leave, this is pretty much the same thing right here.
How can you leave? Oh. Evan's scaring him away.
But this is pretty much what happens every night. I'm like ready to go back and she's sitting here just loving on him.
For a limited time. I only have them for a little bit.